Praise God. Viewers, welcome to this part of our series on God. I'm Joshua Nwokedi Izubara, pastor of the Ambassadors Church in Abuja, Nigeria. This concluding part is a second look at Charles Darwin's theory of evolution vis-a-vis Sir Isaac Newton's first law of motion. Charles Darwin, the scientist, tried to prove that existence or life is fundamentally caused by evolution or a product of evolution. We cannot get into the details of his theory, but we want to look at his theory philosophically. So that it claims that species evolved, organisms evolved. The higher organisms like man evolved from lower organisms like apes. And so life keeps evolving with species adding some adaptations and specifications to do better and live better than the previous organisms or from where they came out from where they evolved. That's basically the summary of Darwin's theory of evolution. And this theory has influenced millions of people all over the world in the last few centuries. So we are saying, is this true? Is there no God? Is there no intelligent being behind the organisms, behind life? If you have been following us, you notice that we have been able to prove logically, scientifically, and philosophically in the existence of God. So we are looking at Charles Darwin's theory of evolution for people who are educated and tutored in this theory. I want to let you know that this theory of evolution is the greatest support of creationism. The theory, Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, is the greatest proof that there's an intelligent being behind creation. Why did we say that? Now, before we get into that, I want you to look at Sir Isaac Newton's theory or law of motion, the first one. The first law of motion says that a body will remain in its state of rest or uniform motion unless acted upon by an external force. A body will remain in its state of rest or of uniform motion. In other words, if that body is in motion, it's going to remain in motion until an external force acts on it. So we are juxtaposing this law of motion on Darwin's theory of evolution. Now notice something. Darwin believed that life evolved. Organisms evolved from lower ones to higher ones. And this involves genetic processes that cannot easily be explained. Now, according to Newton, the process of changes that take place in an organism can be likened to motion, the motion of an object. The processes, genetic processes in organisms that result in the existence of other species can be likened to what Newton calls motion. Now, we are saying that there is interdependence of species. For instance, the male species have interdependence or have interconnectedness with female species. And they are all product of evolution, according to Charles Darwin. Either the males evolved from the females or the females evolved from the males. Now, notice that the male organisms have male organs and male features which are suitable or interdependent or have interconnected that or rather are interconnected with the features and organs of the female organisms. That means that the male organisms are products of purpose. The male organisms, in as much as they have male organs and male features that interact with the female features and female organs of the opposite sex, it means that they are organisms of purpose. They have organs and features that have purpose. So the male organisms and the female organisms have interdependence. They interdepend on each other. And they're all products of the same process that Darwin calls evolution. So how come that they have purpose? How come that they have interdependence? If it's a process of evolution that produced them, they will have been the same kind. They will have been of the same kind, except that's according to Newton's law of motion. They will have been of the same kind. That process, the process of evolution, is supposed to produce only one kind of organisms, except an intelligent being or an intelligent force acted on it. So this is what we're trying to say. Evolution, in as much as it results in the interdependent species, is a product of intelligence. There's no way a genetic process will result in different kinds of species, and these species have interdependence. These species have purpose, and these purposes have something to do with the opposite sex. If there was no intelligent force behind the process. Evolution, therefore, proves that there's an intelligent force behind the process. There's an intelligent force behind the process that you cannot see. There's an intelligent force behind the genetic processes, biological processes that result in the existence of species, because these species have interdependence, these species have order, these species have purpose. Purpose is evidence of intelligence. Purpose is evidence of intelligence. There cannot be purpose without intelligence. There cannot be purpose without intelligence. Since the organisms have purpose, and since the organisms have interdependence, the process that brought them into existence, which Charles Darwin calls evolution, is or must be a product of intelligence. There must be an intelligent force behind that process that resulted in the existence of interdependent species. So with this short explanation right now, we can be able to see that as in Newton's law of motion, first law of motion, is able to prove that Charles Darwin's theory of evolution actually supports creationism and is not against it at all. So Charles Darwin is actually a supporter of creationism, even though he may have misused his words. Creationism cannot be disproved because the product that we see is a product of purpose, and there's interdependence and order in the universe, which is proof that there's an intelligent being behind it all. Thank you, viewers. And to come your way again, this is Joshua Nwokedi Zubara, pastor of the Ambassador Church. We wanted to look at these things, wanted to reason along with us. And if you feel like supporting what we are doing, you can see the details on how you can contact us at the end of this broadcast. Thank you.